Dr. Jackie Freiberg, best-selling author and thought leader.
An organization's culture is as much the will of the people as it is the will of the chairman, the leader, the CEO. If you had to shut your business down today, would you be missed? We have discovered we are in the midst of a syndrome, and the syndrome is this: there are far too many dead people working out there. You cannot, you will not achieve what you want to in 2012 without having people fully engaged, fully committed in the work that they are doing. I believe it absolutely takes guts to build a brand. Not just through advertising, not just through marketing, not just cool slogans and campaigns, but to build a brand from the inside out. Your work is your signature. Make it a masterpiece. Life changes and you take charge of your success at work, your company will change. So he chooses the right attitude, and he chooses people to surround himself with who have the right attitude, who don't think that when someone drives onto the lot, it's another transaction. We have to do things that make the experience in connecting with us for investment solutions today and well into the future. We have to make that an unforgettable experience. And forgive me, but the products, the funds, the portfolios, that in and of itself is no longer good enough. Isn't he cute? This is Diesel. He's an English bulldog. How many of you are dog lovers? How many of you, I have to ask this question, aren't? There's always a few of us in the room. I'm not a dog lover, and my husband convinced me that the family needed a dog. We're an extremely active family. Did we get the right dog? What are bulldogs known for? I need a dog I can run with. Diesel couldn't run. I mean, it was sad. Well, Diesel left our family to go live with the pool man. The pool man loved Diesel, and Diesel loved him, so it ended up working out fine. But before Diesel left us, this is what he would do, is he would spend most of his time in Kevin's office. And he had a big old fluffy pillow that he'd sleep on, because bulldogs sleep and drool most of the time. So Diesel would sleep on this big old fluffy pillow in Kevin's office, and one day I went in to talk to Kevin about something, and Diesel was doing as he usually does. He was sleeping on the big old pillow, but he was moaning on this day. And I'm not that dog lover that many of you are, so I didn't pay that much attention. I went about our business, left. But then I went back later on in the day, and the same thing was happening. Kevin was working, Diesel's in the office on the big old pillow, he's sleeping, but he's still moaning. And I said, geez, Kev, Diesel's been moaning all day, what's wrong? Kevin looked over and he said, you know, I think he's sleeping on a nail. Yeah, I know. I said, well, why doesn't he move? And Kevin said, well, I don't think it hurts. Bad enough. Bad enough. We all have nails, don't we? What are your nails? Is it the talent shortage? The rising cost of health care? Is it immigration? Is it decreasing resources? Is it employment law? And how constantly that's changing. I don't know what your nail is. Maybe it's not professional. Maybe it's sort of professional. Maybe some of it's personal. Is it a health, a nutrition, an exercise program that you just haven't been able to embrace? I don't know what it is, but we all have nails. But the question becomes, are we moaning about those nails? Or are we moving? If you want to be extremely successful in transitioning wealth from one generation to the next, do you know how many children I have? Do you know how many children I have that are in public schools or in private schools? Do you have that kind of data on me, and are you trying and wanting to learn it? That's how Tim Hortons, that's how Starbucks, that's how Nordstrom, that's how Southwest Airlines, that's how they have risen out of that sea of sameness and made themselves different from all others. Each and every one of you, you were drawn to this profession, to this industry, because you had a desire to help, a compassion, a passion for food and nutrition and wellness. Don't let conditions around you determine the difference that you make. We have planted in us gifts and talents. It's up to us to do whatever it takes to bring those passions to life, regardless of the conditions around us. Be a player is huge. Albert Einstein said, years and years ago, great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Business as usual. Mediocrity. How do we know that's happening? It pervades our lives. It pervades our organizations. Mediocrity. This pervades our life. The yeah, but syndrome. Check it out. This is what's been said. The internet will catastrophically collapse in 1996. That's forward thinking, huh? 260,000 bytes of memory ought to be enough for anybody, says Bill Gates. That's what-ifing. That's forward thinking. That's hopeful. I think there's a world market for about 5 computers. Check this one out, ladies. Sensible and responsible women do not want to vote. That was really good, huh? And then this is even better. The concept is interesting and well-formed. But in order to earn more than a C, the idea has to be feasible, says a Yale University professor on Fred Smith's proposal to create what? FedEx. Oh, that was a good piece of feedback, don't you think? Our meetings, our lives, our conversations, catch yourself. From this point forward, this is what we always hear. Yeah, but. Attorneys, close your ears. I'm going to ask all of you this question. Is your butt too big? Honestly, every single woman in this room has asked that question of a significant other, and the guys go, oh no, there's no good way out of this. You could plead the fifth, I guess. This is what we need to do with that concept. If we want to focus forward in our organizations, we have to eliminate yeah, but from our language, from our conversation, and we have to replace it with yes and or what if. How many people, how many of your crew members are engaged? How many are not engaged? Now here's the deal. Once you do that, then you can begin to do whatever it takes as an owner-operator to influence their workday, to influence the attitudes that